What's going on with all my billionaires out there? This the guy, Hoods Billionaire. Welcome to Hoods Billionaire TV. Big favor, big abundance. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about BG and his latest freestyle saying that Turk is not as important as JUVIE and Wayne and BG. Let's talk about it. So, as y'all know, B Jizzle, man, he been dropping some heat. We got to be honest about that right off the bat. BG been dropping some heat. BG done got a lot better, you know what I mean, since he been released from incarceration, man, doing almost 14 years in the feds. BG actually he doing his thing, so gotta salute him off that. He hopped on that Nardo Wick, that hot boy, and just did a freestyle on it where he said that Turk, no, he not as just important as Wayne and JUVIE, you know what I mean, and that caused some ripples, you know what I mean, in the blogosphere, where people kind of were giving their opinion on that. Now, just to be honest, in regards to this whole, I think this is behind this whole hot boy reunion situation, right? That sounds like that might have something to do with some money, right? Where they talking about what would even be the split, you know what I mean? I feel like that's at least giving me understanding that they might even be in talks of it, but they might be talking about maybe the splits of who getting what. And Turk might be feeling like his cut need to be just as big as everybody else cut, and BG, pretty much coming out saying, bro, come on, man, you definitely not as important as Wayne and JUVIE, right? To be asking for that equal cut, like you got to be able to take less. That's what that sounds like to me. I'm just speculating. I don't know if that's the case or not, but just kind of based on that bar, that's what that sounded like, right? And so a lot of people, they feeling some type of way about that. But one thing I can say about BG is he been fair about that with everybody, right? Like, he been calling out everybody. He called out Wayne, and we was like, what, you calling out Wayne? That's your brother. Why you airing that out, man? That's personal business. But now I see what's going on, man. Like I said, in my opinion, I feel like they having hot boy reunion talks, right? But people, like I said, might want more money, or people might be just feeling like, man, I'm bigger than that, in regards to that. So BG, I'm gonna keep it real, he really just keeping it real on situations going on with the hot boys, and he the one that's trying to bring it all together, right? So he not showing no discrimination. We got to be real about that. He doing Turk just like he did Wayne, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the last video, I prefer they kept that stuff in house, right? But one thing I will say is the way that he's speaking on it without giving too much away, right? But just kind of airing out the realness of his life. I mean, and that's what makes music artistry, right? It's reality put into poetry, right? So really, he just taking the reality of his situation with his brothers and different things that's going on, right? And he just putting it into poetry, and he doing a really good job of that. We gotta be real. Like I said, BG doing his thing. He definitely doing his thing. So like I said, if I had to speculate, I would say that's what that's behind, right? I think everybody would love to see a Hot Boys tour, including myself. So just right off the bat, hopefully that is something they can resolve, and they can be a Hot Boys tour, because I'm like 100% positive it will sell out. And every city, like literally city to city, state to state, it will sell out. Point blank, period. Straight up. They might have to do 2 or 3 shows in one city, because the Hot Boys had that big of effect, and they have that type of fan base. Literally, and because of Wayne star power now, right? You bring in the Wayne crowd of now, y'all gonna sell out. You gonna have my generation and the younger generation. You gonna have my generation, the generation above me, and the younger generation. Real talk, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's gonna be a good thing. That's gonna be a big thing if they able to pull that off. which I believe they can. I believe they can. It's just gonna take time. It's not an instant fix. You gotta figure out the puzzle pieces of what works and then put it together. So I believe they'll do that, and I believe they'll get that done. But I mean, just in general, BG just coming out and saying that Turk not as important as Wayne and Juvie. I feel like this on that particular topic, right? It's guys that Turk is their favorite. You know what I'm saying? I remember growing up where it was guys who liked Turk the most. Real talk. When the Hot Boys was big, we was dressing up like them for Halloween. I remember me and my brother dressing up like Juvie and Wayne for Halloween and putting gold foil in our mouth. You know what I mean? And being the Hot Boys. Like, they had that big of a presence. You know what I'm saying? In my city, bro. So I know that's pretty much everywhere that it would be like that. And it was guys who Turk was their favorite, right? So I'd have to be real and honest about this situation and say I know people that like Turk, that were Turk was their favorite Hot Boy. Now, it was way more Juvie and Wayne and BG fans, right? But it was still guys that was fans of Turk, right? So I feel like Turk added his own chemistry and own seasoning and own flavor to the Hot Boys. There was like an accent piece that made the whole thing go. Every piece is important, right? Now, when it come down to money, we just talking about logic and numbers and real life presence, right? Yeah, let's be real. Wayne is bringing the biggest market to this tour, right? The biggest audience of people. He has the bigger market. So I could understand him logically saying, man, I need this much money, or otherwise it wouldn't make sense, right? Because I'm the biggest attraction even in a Hot Boys tour. That could be understood, right? Juvie saying, look, bro, come on. If we talking about who really the biggest, you know what I'm saying, after Wayne, like, cause really in that Hot Boy time, Juvie was the bigger star. You know what I'm saying? He was bigger than Wayne at that time. And him and BG might have been on the same level. You know what I mean? So I could understand them having to work that out in regards to the finances of who get what and what's what for who. But at the end of the day, we just want to see the tour. So hopefully they can get that worked out. Baby gonna want his cut. Manny Fresh gotta get his cut because he put in way too much work. So he gotta get his cut, and his cut should be a big cut. But I mean, that's a big tour. They able to pull that off, man. They gonna definitely bring in some big paper. No cap. Like, that's a $100 million, $150, $200 million tour. Like, they gonna grow some big numbers for sure. So I'm sure BG see that. He see the plan, and he doing what he can to, just get everything resolved, and cooler heads gonna prevail, because we want to see it. You know what I'm saying? We want to see that Hot Boys reunion tour. We ready for that. We ready for that. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. It's the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. This the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance. I'm gone.